Welcome to the Bold Analysis. I am here with breaking news that Babu Owino has just shared in his Facebook page some few minutes ago that he's been detained at DCI JKIA after my arrest from Mombasa, currently under arrest. So what he has said is that he's been arrested at the JKIA in the airport moments after he arrived from Mombasa. If you check Babu Owino's Facebook page, his recent, I think like that was some 5 hours before his arrest, he was in Mombasa to attend, I think it was a parliamentary committee meeting. Probably it was parliamentary committee retreat that was going on, because what he shared in his Facebook page was, "We build more roads in Embakasi East Republic, and my people must also eat as enshrined in the Babu, in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 20. 2 days ago, he also visited some 16 constituents from Atroy police station, then saying that they were unlawfully arrested at Jacaranda grounds and they were to be taken to court, and he also opted to pay cash bail. Personally, I think I know very well that some members of Bunge la Wananchi in Jacaranda have always gotten a lot of support from Babu Owino, especially when they are arrested, and that sometimes is interpreted as is understood as the position that they're trying to help at Azimio. But also remember, some of these young men also come from that constituency, so they're also his campaign team. Now, we might have, it really seems we are going to have a long night of arrests if this is it. It's going to be a very long night, and what exactly will that depict? What will the arrest of Babu Owino mean for the other Azimio la Umoja leaders? And I think I want to look at it keenly, because this, I think he has never been arrested, if I'm not wrong. If my memory serves me right, Babu Owino amongst the leaders are the ones that, even in the middle of all these protests, they have never been arrested. Now, before I make a critical interpretation of that, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel. And we are running 100 challenge, for 100 subscribers challenge, so that every day we can get 100 subscribers. And that means that in 100 days, we'll be able to get 10,000, so that we push this channel to the other level. I know we've always supported others in the hour of need. But now for me, in this channel, the best you can do for us is support by subscribing. So click the notification bell and subscribe. When we publish these videos, you will be notified. And I'll be very grateful for your support. So, Raila still remains at large. Up to this evening, of course, I saw analysts asking, where is Raila? When all that was questions, but it's so clear, number one, that we're going to have a long night, and probably a number of Azimio leaders are being trailed. Now, my first observation I can make from that is, I think Babu arrest could be part of a wider scheme to suppress the Nairobi factor in the whole question about the protest, because Babu Owino comes from Embakasi East. He's a member of parliament representing Embakasi East. Embakasi East is the place which, according to me, is also quite a number. You know, when you hear this protest, quite a number normally comes from that area, from that region. And if my memory serves me right, the last protest, Nairobi team did not come out. The members of parliament, the Azimio members of parliament in Nairobi, the Babu Owino, even the Senator Sifuna, and the others. The only MP that came out in the last protest was Tim Wanyonyi. But again, he did not last long because he was tear gassed somehow. He was tear gassed somewhere in Kangemi. And then I understood that he was rushed to the hospital immediately after he was tear gassed. So Nairobi team has always been a little bit suppressed. And I think they're the ones that are normally arrested. I remember the first phase when Stewart Madzayo, the Senate minority leader, and Opiyo Wandayi, that when his counterpart in the National Assembly, were arrested. And that is it. Now, it is very clear because Babu Owino is a youthful MP. That's number one. Number two, they may not, police have confirmed that Azimio have not sent have not notified the police of any intent to hold a protest. But that does that mean people will not go out for the protest? So if you ask me, I can look at it as they're trying to find a way to suppress Nairobi. I think if there is a place that has always been, contained a bit, that have successfully been contained, is Nairobi. I realized that even today, the schools in Nairobi, Kisumu, I think probably Mombasa, Nakuru, I know that Nakuru is involved, but Nairobi, Kisumu, and Mombasa have been closed. Yeah, the schools have been closed. It is part of just ensuring that they said, I saw Waziri saying that it is because there were plans to cause disruptions for some people to hide in schools and they will affect children. There are videos of children being affected there. So that's one of the reasons why it could be behind Babu. Number two, this can directly be linked to the Jacaranda. Jacaranda has been overrated. I've always gone there, and Jacaranda sits in Embakasi East. So Embakasi East is where Babu is. Babu is a member of parliament in that place. And if you see the way they've always been speaking there, someone might actually perceive them as people who are mobilizers. Huh? But I think they're overrated. I've always gone there. It's just, they just make the debates and walk out. I don't know whether there is beat of it, but imagine a situation where someone, the reality here is, many people that are in Jacaranda, that attend the Bunge la Wananchi in Jacaranda, quite a number of them normally attend the protests. That's one thing. So if they realize that Babu Owino is also arrested, it could be some suppression efforts. But I think it doesn't work so. I saw in the comment section someone saying that what is meant to suppress, or rather to inflict some fear, could probably also mean that people might come out in protest. In fact, it could bring more anger, or rather it's bringing unnecessary tension. If he's arrested as they say so, and some of his constituents understand, maybe the whole thing turns, it might not look good, or people might get angry with that, and actually come out. So it works either way, but I think for Bunge la Wananchi, tomorrow they were supposed to be presented in court tomorrow. Moshwana, I also understand there is a cash bail that is needed of 500,000. We might really have to look at it. And because of his involvement in it, it could be that maybe if he's put inside, the team might be suppressed. The third interpretation here is it's also trying to send a signal to other Azimio leaders, maybe other young politicians, that we are going to arrest you. We are going to arrest you. And I look at, if this message is to get for those, maybe some people will fear coming out. But I look at it this way, and I want to look at it differently. That if you just review the last protest, last Wednesday, the leaders did not come out. I may be wrong on this. Raila was supposed to hold a rally in Kamkunji grounds. He actually did not come out, only appeared and gave a press briefing later in the afternoon. In Kisii, there was no leader who joined. Same to Mlolongo, same to Emali, and other areas where protests were witnessed. There were no leaders who were there. So if the ploy of getting the leaders behind bars will be something to go by, I don't think it will yield such an objective of suppression, of suppressing the protest. And these are things that are also here. I just don't understand it. I don't just get it, because we've seen, and I want to look at it this way. Are these strategies working for government? Number one, suppressing, or rather, let me say, I saw withdrawing security details of the Azimio principles. This evening, there was also withdrawal of security details of Mama Ngina. The other three now we've also seen arrest of now Babu Owino. I understand even Nani has also been arrested. Gaucho has also been arrested. Some unconfirmed reports also show that Gaucho has also been arrested. So Kamata Kamata might also be here. Is there a situation of using the security agencies, the criminal justice system against the opposition candidates, opposition leaders, or no? It is something that we look at it. But again, for Babu, it's a win-win, because during such moments, you get visibility, you get publicity, and my good people will tell you publicity is publicity, whether it's negative or positive, but publicity is publicity. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my take on this. Let's meet in the next